When may you drive without wearing your seat belt? When you're carrying out a maneuver that includes reversing. When you're moving off on a hill. When you're testing your brakes. When you're driving slowly and queuing traffic. You're turning right at a crossroads. An oncoming driver is also turning right. What's the advantage of turning behind the oncoming vehicle? You'll have a clearer view of any approaching traffic. You'll use less fuel because you can stay in a higher gear. You'll have more time to turn. You'll be able to turn without stopping. You're looking for somewhere to park at night. When may you park on the right-hand side of the road? When you're in a one-way street. When you have your side lights on. When you're more than 10 meters, 32 feet, from a junction. When you're under a lamp post. Why could it be dangerous to reverse from a side road into a main road? Your reverse sensors will beep. Your view will be restricted. Your reversing lights will be hidden. Your mirrors will need adjusting. When may you stop on a clearway? Never. When it's busy. In the rush hour. During daylight hours. You're traveling on a motorway in England. When must you stop your vehicle? When signaled to stop by a roadworks supervisor. When signaled to stop by a traffic officer. When signaled to stop by a pedestrian on the hard shoulder. When signaled to stop by a driver who has broken down. What should you do when there's an obstruction on your side of the road? Carry on, as you have priority. Give way to oncoming traffic. Wave oncoming vehicles through. Accelerate to get past first. You're traveling along a residential street. There are parked vehicles on the left-hand side. Why should you keep your speed down? So that oncoming traffic can see you more clearly. You may set off car alarms. There may be delivery lorries on the street. Children may run out from between the vehicles. How far are you allowed to reverse? No further than is necessary. No more than a car's length. As far as it takes to reverse around a corner. The length of a residential street. What's the national speed limit for cars and motorcycles on a dual carriageway? 30 miles per hour. 50 miles per hour. 60 miles per hour. 70 miles per hour. You're waiting at a pelican crossing. What does it mean when the red light changes to flashing amber? Give way to pedestrians on the crossing. Move off immediately without any hesitation. Wait for the green light before moving off. Get ready and go when the continuous amber light shows. You're driving on a busy main road. What should you do if you find that you're driving in the wrong direction? Turn into a side road on the right and reverse into the main road. Make a U-turn in the main road. Make a 3-point turn in the main road. Turn around in a side road. Which road users benefit from toucan crossings? Car drivers and motorcyclists. Cyclists and pedestrians. Bus and lorry drivers. Tram and train drivers. What signal should you give when you're going straight ahead at a roundabout? Signal left before leaving the roundabout. Don't signal at any time. Signal right when you're approaching the roundabout. Signal left when you're approaching the roundabout. When may you drive over a pavement? To overtake slow-moving traffic. When the pavement is very wide. If there are no pedestrians nearby. To gain access to a property. Which vehicle might have to take a different course from normal at a roundabout? Sports car. Van. Estate car. Long vehicle. What should you do when you're unsure whether it's safe to reverse your vehicle? Sound your horn. Reverend your engine. Get out and check. Reverse slowly. You're looking for somewhere to safely park your vehicle. Where would you choose to park? At or near a bus stop? In a designated parking space? Near the brow of a hill? On the approach to a level crossing? A cycle lane, marked by a solid white line, is in operation. What does this mean for car drivers? They may park in the lane. They may drive in the lane at any time. They may use the lane when necessary. They mustn't drive along the lane. Where's the safest place to park your vehicle at night? In a garage. On a busy road. In a quiet car park. Near a red route. You're going to turn left from a main road into a minor road. What should you do as you approach the junction? Keep just left of the middle of the road. Keep in the middle of the road. Swing out to the right just before turning. Keep well to the left of the road. You're looking for somewhere to park your vehicle. Neither you or your passenger are disabled. What should you do if the only free spaces are marked for disabled drivers? Use one of these spaces. Park in one of these spaces but stay with your vehicle. Use one of the spaces as long as one is kept free. Wait for a regular parking space to become free. You want to park and you see this sign. What should you do on the days and times shown? Park in a bay and not pay. Park on yellow lines and pay. Park on yellow lines and not pay. Park in a bay and pay. What's the speed limit for a car towing a caravan on a dual carriageway? 50 miles per hour. 40 miles per hour. 70 miles per hour. 60 miles per hour. You're driving at night with your headlights on main beam. A vehicle is overtaking you. When should you dip your headlights? Sometime after the vehicle has passed you. Before the vehicle starts to pass you. Only if the other driver dips their headlights. As soon as the vehicle passes you. You're reversing into a side road. When would your vehicle be the greatest hazard to passing traffic? After you've completed the maneuver. Just before you begin to maneuver. After you've entered the side road. When the front of your vehicle swings out. What's the meaning of this sign? Local speed limit applies. No waiting on the carriageway. National speed limit applies. No entry for vehicles. A single carriageway road has this sign. What's the maximum permitted speed for a car towing a trailer? 30 miles per hour. 40 miles per hour. 50 miles per hour. 60 miles per hour. Which vehicle is most likely to take an unusual course at a roundabout? Estate car. Milk float. Delivery van. Long vehicle. You want to turn right at a box junction. What should you do if there's oncoming traffic? Wait in the box junction if your exit is clear. Wait before the junction until it's clear of all traffic. Drive on. You can't turn right at a box junction. Drive slowly into the box junction when signaled by oncoming traffic. There are no speed limit signs on the road. How is a 30 miles per hour limit generally indicated? By hazard warning lines. By street lighting. By pedestrian islands. By double or single yellow lines. What's the national speed limit on a single carriageway road for cars and motorcycles? 30 miles per hour. 50 miles per hour. 60 miles per hour. 70 miles per hour. You're on a road that's only wide enough for one vehicle. What should you do if a car is coming towards you? Pull into a passing place on your right. Force the other driver to reverse. Pull into a passing place if your vehicle is wider. Pull into a passing place on your left. How should you signal if you're going straight ahead at a roundabout? Signal right on the approach and then left to leave the roundabout. Signal left after you leave the roundabout and enter the new road. Signal right on the approach to the roundabout and keep the signal on. Signal left just after you pass the exit before the one you're going to take. When may you stop and wait in a box junction? When oncoming traffic prevents you from turning right. When you're in a queue of traffic turning left. When you're in a queue of traffic going ahead. When you're on a roundabout. What must you do if you come across roadworks that have a temporary speed limit displayed? Obey the speed limit. Obey the limit, but only during rush hour. Ignore the displayed limit. Use your own judgment, the limit is only advisory. What's the nearest you may park to a junction? 10 meters, 32 feet. 12 meters, 39 feet. 15 meters, 49 feet. 20 meters, 66 feet. You're waiting at a level crossing. What must you do if a train passes but the lights keep flashing? Carry on waiting. Phone the signal operator. Edge over the stop line and look for trains. Park and investigate. of a 3-lane dual carriageway. When you're overtaking only. When you're overtaking or turning right. When you're using cruise control. When you're turning right only. What should you do when you park at night on a road that has a 40 miles per hour speed limit? Park facing the traffic. Leave parking lights switched on. Leave dipped headlights switched on. Park near a street light. You're in a built-up area at night and the road is well lit. Why should you use dipped headlights? So that you can see further along the road. So that you can go at a much faster speed. So that you can switch to main beam quickly. So that you can be easily seen by others. When may you stop on an urban clearway? To set down and pick up passengers. To use a mobile telephone. To ask for directions. To load or unload goods. You're approaching a busy junction. What should you do when, at the last moment, you realize you're in the wrong lane? Continue in the lane. Force your way into the lane you need. Stop until the area has cleared. Use arm signals to help you change lane. When must you stop your vehicle? If you're involved in an incident that causes damage or injury. At a junction where there are give-way lines. At the end of a one-way street. Before merging onto a motorway. You're parked in a busy high street. What's the safest way to turn your vehicle around so you can drive in the opposite direction? Turn around in a quiet side road. Drive into a side road in reverse out into the main road. Ask someone to stop the traffic. Carry out a U-turn. What will the speed limit usually be where you can see street lights but no speed limit signs? 30 miles per hour. 40 miles per hour. 50 miles per hour. 60 miles per hour. You're turning right onto a dual carriageway. What should you do if the central reservation is too narrow to contain your vehicle? Proceed to the central reservation and wait. Wait until the road is clear in both directions. Stop in the first lane so that other vehicles give way. Emerge slightly to show your intentions. Where may you overtake on a one-way street? Only on the left-hand side. Overtaking isn't allowed. Only on the right-hand side. On either the right or the left. Where will you see these red and white markers? Approaching the end of a motorway. Approaching a concealed level crossing. Approaching a concealed speed limit sign. Approaching the end of a dual carriageway. Who is authorized to signal you to stop? A motorcyclist. A pedestrian. A police officer. A bus driver. Where should you park your vehicle at night? Near a police station. In a quiet road. On a red route. In a well-lit area.